good.
Not on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I could just hit him with a be right back. See. But that's Instagram still gonna be up. So, all right.
Let's go. Cheers to a good podcast.
All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend, and with me as always, my beautiful co-host, called Girl Six, better known as Fox.
Hey y'all.
What's happening today?
So, guys, today was my first day going to an NFL game. So, I went to a lot actually, of arena football games. I dated a few people in arena football, but NFL, I've never been to an NFL game, and I enjoyed it. It was really nice. I had a lot of fun. It was hot as hell, though.
It's Florida.
Like I'm glad I didn't wear shorts. I wore some cut up jeans, some distressed jeans, and they really light. They're not heavy, but
she's about to fall off. She wore all black. She was about to fall off the bone.
All black, everything.
She's about to fall off the bone.
I felt like I had a damn iron. I feel like I had an iron on my legs. I was burning up.
That was our 6-year-old. That was the iron on your legs.
Even the parts that's big, the holes for the distressed parts. Like I was on
show
fire.
me some thigh during the podcast.
I was on fire. So
I didn't even know that.
I'm so glad.
Pick something up in Jacksonville.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
I didn't. Oh, you just ain't been wearing it to the gym?
Yeah, I haven't been wearing it.
Oh.
Because I don't want it to come out or anything. Yeah. I wear this one.
Yeah, the novelty's over. Yeah. So one of the first comments that we got, besides your phone being rude, is people talking about people want some questions and talk about the ATF. Let me tell you something. My two least favorite government organizations, ATF, IRS. Absolutely. There's no reason that the Constitution should be this thick and tax code should be able to fill up this room, or ATF laws, regulations, and everything should be that way. So my biggest issue really when it comes down to the ATF is, one, obviously, I'm a two-way dude. I believe a lot of the shit is unconstitutional. But the other thing is that it's just shitty definitions of guns. And when they do all of this stuff and people are like, oh, well, everybody's just worried about having a gun.
Talking about shitty definition of guns, what do you mean?
That's what I'm going to get into. So the shitty definition of guns is like when they talk about like pistols and then talk about what you can have with pistols. Like, for instance, you can have, like, right now there's some rumors going around that they want to start a bill to ban AR pistols. So you can't have a short barrel rifle without getting an NFA stamp. So you go pay the like $200, get registered, go on the wait list, this and that, and then you can have a short barrel rifle. And really the idea behind it is like, oh, well, they don't want you to be able to have a gun like that that's concealable. For anybody who has an AR pistol, you're not concealing.
I was just going to say, how are you going to be able to conceal
They're
it?
talking about, I think what they're alluding to is like you can't carry it in a backpack.
Okay.
But do you know some of the wild shit that I can carry in a backpack? So, for instance, I can have any pistol I want with any size magazine on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can have a shotgun with a drum on it as long as it has an 18-inch barrel, but and it has to have an overall length of like 26 inches. So like Star Wars, that's 20. That shotgun's 28 inches. It's Tavor TS12. Fox calls it Star Wars. It got 5 magazines on it, so it's a 15 plus 1. Can do whatever I want with that gun. It's small enough to do whatever. Nobody's worried about. And the round that everybody's worried about is the AR-15, the typical AR-15 round, which is 223/556. Small differences between them, but chamber's the same. Yo, it's really a 22 bullet with a lot of powder. Now, we could carry 45-70, something that'll drop a fucking T-Rex. We can have 338 Lapuas, all this other stuff. So really what it is like these gun laws are getting made because people look at a gun and be like, oh, no, it's scary. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, we'll discipline it and we'll put the gun in the corner so it doesn't grow up to be an assault rifle or something. But it's just dumbass gun laws that they make like, oh, you can't have a bump stock.
That was cute.
Yeah, you can't have a bump stock. And it's like, oh, you can't have a bump stock because basically you're using a recoil so that it can operate in a way of like a fully automatic weapon. But for anybody who's been to war, in any combat zone, or just in the military enough where they've dealt with an M16 and M4 that has a fully auto position or a 3-round burst or something, fully auto is very shitty, especially with a 30-round magazine. It's really shitty. Like, the only thing that really is useful fully auto is machine guns, which, guess what, are illegal. Like, the regular person cannot have a fucking machine gun. So it's like all of these dumbass gun laws, and then they make it real vague. Like when they had the Saga 12 shotgun, they'll have like, well, you got to have this amount of Russian parts, but you can't change out too many parts. So you had to have a certain amount of parts stay Russian. You had to change out a certain amount of parts to make it legal, but can't go over a certain amount of parts. And you would think if you wanted that, it would all be in like one thing of literature. So I could be like, all right, keep 5 parts Russian, don't go over 15 parts changed out American. Guns legal. Nah, you got to go through a ridiculous amount of paperwork. And it's just it's just a bunch of bullshit. You're not making these laws to make people safe. Like if people want to talk common sense gun laws, I'm all for it. But all of this like dumb shit that just be like, well, you got a gun and we want to take these guns because they're getting popular, or they're doing this and that. If you do the research on school shootings, when everybody like, oh, well, they always use AR-15s. No, that's what they told you. Most of the gun shootings, a large percentage, way more than 50, have been with handguns. But we're not talking about handguns. We're talking about the dreaded AR-15 and all of this other dumb shit, and AR pistols and all of these other dumb things. It's like you can't make laws to keep criminals from breaking laws. Like, how asinine does that sound? It's like people keep breaking laws.
You're a criminal. You're gonna be a criminal.
You're a fucking criminal.
Find a way.
Criminals gonna do criminal shit.
Right.
So it's like if you're gonna make a law and be like, well, we don't want these criminals doing this, that, and third. So let's make a law. Dickhead, they're criminals.
Right.
They're gonna do criminal shit. So when we keep going after it and saying like, hey, we're gonna make this law, we're gonna make that law, they don't care. They broke the first law. Like, it ain't like nobody gonna be sitting out there like it's not like a murderer sitting there about to rip somebody's trachea out their fucking neck and go sit there and you walk in and be like, hey, you know that's against the law, and be like, oh shit, really? Like, you know what I mean? And then I feel like if you're gonna make laws where you're gonna give people fed time, and you're talking about giving people making people felons, you should be very clear about it. Like, murder's really clear. You know what I mean? Rape, really clear. You know what I'm saying? Assault, things like that. It's really clear. Like, you know when you get into any action like that, what you might be facing. Yeah. But when it come down to like a lot of these gun laws, we're just like, well, you know, whatever. And it's just like how the IRS with tax laws. It shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't need a tax attorney to do something, to pay taxes to the country who we threw a whole bunch of people tea in a fucking harbor over like 2% tax. And now it's just like 30-something% tax. And we're like, yeah, you know, whatever. And all these tax codes and loopholes and all this other bullshit. It shouldn't be that complicated. Like, this is just the way that a lot of people have made jobs and job security for themselves because they don't have an actual skill set except to be able to sift through a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's real world problems we're not dealing with. We're dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit. Let's make sure that they can't have this gun.
Sometimes it looks like the laws that are made, even though someone might have experience with certain aspects of the law, right? They make it to just kind of hush people up.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
A lot of laws they'll pass
laws to kind of just hush people
and
up.
This is how it happens.
That's enough to just quiet them for a while until something else.
Yeah, it's the coddle people, right? It's the coddle people, and we're just that damn dumb that we're just like, okay, well, cool. Because if you look at it from a standpoint of it's like you like, oh, people are upset about guns. Okay, it's almost like basically two dudes get in a room and be like, they bitching again. Somebody got shot. What you want to do about it? Well, if we give up too much, then the gun dude's gonna be mad. If we don't do something, then people on the other side gonna be mad, right? So the far left gonna be mad one way, the far right gonna be mad one. All right, well, let's just get rid of some dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like it's not doing anything. If y'all wanted to have like gun law, like if like, and I don't even want to shoot myself in the foot with this, but like me and Bunny was talking about gun laws that make sense, and she was like, well. And basically, we got around to it, and it's kind of like she's not really heavy into it. She's like a self-proclaimed liberal from a standpoint, especially when it comes to firearms. And we was talking about, she was like, well, I think that if you sell a gun, you should have to do you should basically, like, if I sell you a gun, if you wasn't my wife, because obviously it's just a gift, but if I was to sell you a gun, I should have to, yeah, I would have to go through the same, we would have to go through the same thing that a FFL would have to go through, right? So like a gun store. And I'm like, yeah, that seems fine and dandy, but if I could just do a background check on you to sell you a gun, it's like, nah, that's an invasion of privacy. You know what I'm saying? That's to a point where we could just be like, hey,
yeah, a lot of stuff none of your business.
yeah, like I could just get your information and then go under the guise of, oh, I thought you wanted to buy a gun, so I went ahead and did a background check. Now I know all of this shit about you that I shouldn't know about you.
Yeah.
I know that you got Baker Acted. I know that you had an assault charge 2 years ago. I know that you did this, that, and the third. Everybody don't need to have access to that type of information from you. So
people are not responsible enough to carry the weight of having that kind of information.
Yeah, imagine how nosy people is, especially
what you put on your social media. Okay?
Yeah, like social media.
And you think I'm supposed to trust you with my shit?
Yeah, and you're just supposed to be on there like, you guess what? Everybody think the such and such is so cute, but y'all didn't know that she did this and that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And now people putting out that type of information. So it's like it's always something that got to be in there, and we got to realize that too. It's like they said, like if you give your freedom up for security, you deserve neither, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's like you give up all your freedom so that you can have security. It's like you're not gonna get that because you're just gonna give whatever this monster is a whole lot of power and be like a lot of control over you. And then when that shit don't shake out the way you want to, i.e., that's why people use the Nazi Germany as an example. When we have that example and that happens, now people are like, oh, well, man, look at this. Now what? Now y'all just going to complain. And guess what? All of that, like, fussing and shit that a lot of people did, like, well, fussing, I'm putting this on social media and this and that, da. They don't care. Mm-hmm. So it's like a lot of the ATF is just a shitty organization. I mean, the hell with them. Yeah, but I do need y'all to approve my FFL for my next gun business.
They like, nah, man, what you said, we too shitty to approve it.
I know. Prove me wrong, ATF, that you're a shitty organization, and approve the next 2 or 3 FFL licenses that I put in by state for gun businesses. Prove me wrong about you, and then I will come out with a tell-all podcast and a public apology, and I will let everyone know how efficient and how quality your work is when you give a good, hard-working American veteran a gun business so that he can help his fellow Americans exercise their constitutional rights. Prove me wrong, ATF. Please prove me wrong.
Those rights.
All right. Something dope. That was one of the checks off there. The other check that somebody was asking about is about, they're still fussing about fictional characters. Fictional characters being black. Listen. So you heard a lot of this before with like when Michael B. Jordan was, I think he was Johnny Torch in Fantastic Four. And now the big fuss is Little Mermaid being black.
I mean, when you really look at it, aren't you? I'm trying to figure out how to say this, so I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Fuck them feelings. Facts over goddamn feelings.
Man, everything that we've been watching from childhood up until now, majority of it, I would say, has been of Caucasian or other descent, right? So what is so wrong about having a close enough depiction of yourself, image of yourself on the big screen? I don't see what the issue is. I think it's important for little black kids, little African-American kids, little other minority ethnic kids to see themselves as someone to look up to, something to look up to, some sort of image of themselves on the big screen. I don't think that should be an issue, but there's nothing being said about the countless characters, or even in history, that are whitewashed.
Oh, you talking
This
about
never
like
means
every
that.
movie about Egypt?
Yes, every like, come on, y'all wasn't there. That was not y'all.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's the issue now because everyone wants to have like somebody saying something to me in the group chat that we was in, like, they already took Jesus. I'm like, yeah, so
Yeah.
you got the highest one, like, let it go.
Yeah, you took a big one off the list with Jesus. Like literally, you
Let
look
it
in the
go.
Bible
We
and it
got
says the
Jesus.
color of bronze, burnt, and brimstone.
Burnt
I ain't
brass.
never burnt brass or
Yeah.
bronze or whatever. I ain't never burnt no brass or bronze. But let me just tell you, initially the shit's pretty golden brown, like just entering
off rip.
argument, and then you want to hit that shit with some fire. I'm thinking that shit's kind of brown, bro.
Kind of brown. It's,
You know what I mean? That's just brown. Hair, the texture of wool.
that's dark.
Wool.
This wool right here.
Yeah, we on the
Wool
wrong
here,
side.
I'm like,
Wool.
Yeah.
This is wool.
That's a wool hair right there.
You know what I
don't
mean?
know.
But this
It
this
wasn't no
was
sleek silk.
this was crazy about it to me.
wrap. It wasn't none.
This was crazy about it to me is
But
we're talking about fictional fucking characters.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about a goddamn mermaid. Like so,
well, that goes to control the agenda again. You know,
But
like,
this is my
can't let
thing.
them have anything.
if when they
Like,
made a
why?
fuss about 007 being black when Idris Elba was going to play 007, now that's an interesting argument because if Idris Elba is going to play 007, he probably shouldn't be playing it in England.
But he's English though.
I get it. But what I'm saying is 007's whole job was to not stand out. Black people stand out in certain places.
That's true.
So if
Right.
you wanted to, so if your argument is 007,
Like Jesus. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, like he looked brown like the rest of the fucking people around there. But if your argument is Idris Elba shouldn't play 007 because he's black, you're an idiot. If your argument is Idris Elba shouldn't play 007 because it's taking place in a predominantly white area and he's black, that is a legit argument because he doesn't fit in. And not to say he doesn't fit in. He stands out more
he stands
because it's just the nature of the people gonna look at what's different around there, right? Like if you're in an all black neighborhood, you see a white dude. When the Mormons pull up on a bicycle, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like because they're the oddball out.
Well,
So
there's
007
there's
can't be
many
an oddball.
black people over there as well.
But I'm
so,
just talking about
I think it
in
would make
relation.
sense.
It's like in relation. It's like if you was like if 007 was operating in predominantly or 50-50 like black area, cool. But if you operating in fucking Ireland, like it's 007 in Ireland, Idris Elba probably ain't the best pick.
We are everywhere.
You probably do need a white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if that's the argument, if it relates to where they're at in their story or something like that, then they should be whatever ethnicity that they were, i.e. Jesus, i.e. Egyptians, i.e. 007 if he's operating in a predominantly white area. If 007's operating in fucking Nigeria,
then he need to be black.
probably need to be black. Like, you know what I mean? Like Idris Elba might fit
They're
in
gonna
there.
Find him out.
Like
He's
forget
not.
the accent, right? Because he obviously could get rid of the accent. He was fucking Stringer Bell
Oh,
and
yeah,
goddamn.
he can get rid of his accent.
He can get rid of the
very well.
accent.
Yeah.
English actors are really good at dumping that accent and putting on what's called that American accent. Like you think about like The Walking Dead, most of that cast was English or British or whatever. Idris Elba, he done been in The Wire, everything else. Ain't nobody even know until probably 5-6
I didn't
years
know
ago.
until he was on the interview. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's how I was. Then that's how I was like with Walking Dead. I'm sitting there listening to Walking Dead, and you got Rick out there, Coral, and it's like I had no clue that old boy was a Brit. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets an interview. Fish and chips and shit. And I'm like, oh damn, well, got a fucking wanker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oinka.
so for me, like if you're triple, like you really, if you got an issue with a character being a different color, like for instance, they was like, well, what would you do if Black Panther was white? It'd be kind of weird if Black Panther was the one white person in Wakanda. That's
Yeah,
stupid.
that's-
And it's the same argument I'd make about that. Like when somebody say that, it's like, well,
Yeah, but how do you feel about all the other characters that were whitewashed? How do you feel about
yeah,
those
nobody
characters?
cares about that.
Like,
So and then like you got some girl ship, you're like, well, gingers don't get enough of the population. I'm not saying that every character should be replaced with black people. It should be There should be some
Ginger, you talking about
representation.
redheads?
Yeah. So
They have what's her name? The one from Ireland. The one
Wendy?
with the red hair.
You talking about Wendy?
No, it's a Disney movie. It's a Disney
Ariel
animated
was a
cartoon.
redhead.
Nah. This is the one from Ireland, the one with the bears. Y'all know what I'm talking about? If y'all know what I'm
The
talking
one with the
about, put it in the
bears.
chat. Yes, I can't believe. Let me
Berenstein Bears.
see.
No, but what I'm saying is like it depends on what It depends on if the character's ethnicity or any of that has anything to do with it. Like saying like, oh, we're going to make Black Panther white. That's stupid because why? How would he be in Wakanda? How do you even fit that into the storyline? No. That's why I make the same argument that I will understand if you say that about Idris Elba playing 007. If the reason why you're saying that is because he's in a predominantly white area, I agree. If you're just saying it because it's like 007's always been white, all right, then shut the fuck up. You're stupid. Like, that's stupid. It's like it's certain characters that their ethnicity didn't matter. For instance, Captain America shifting to like Falcon is now going to be the new Captain America.
Okay.
That him being black or white is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thor being male or female. Well, in the folklore and stuff like that, he was male. But if you change the story to make a female Thor and everything else, it doesn't really matter. We're talking about a fictional character.
Yeah.
From I was about to say Greek mythology, but Norse
because
mythology.
we don't have any representation on the big screen. Not enough, right? Not enough compared to like now it's being more and more. We can see more. We can see that it's growing. But compared to from the time television began, we didn't have enough representation to begin with. So it's like, so now that we have this character, so we have to embrace that too. Because if we want to be all inclusive, so let's include that. Let's embrace that.
But I think we also have to include from a standpoint of we're not contrary to where we grew up at, we're not the majority of people. So we're just not going to be the majority. But I think that you got to also understand we went from zero, where you had people in blackface and everything else, to now you're moving up the numbers. There are black people. We're real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're real. So I think it's one of the things we got to accept that is going to come. And I'm not saying to feed people ego and just change everybody to black or just change everybody to female or just change everybody to gay or whatever to give people representation, because we're still talking about smaller populations. If anything, the Spanish community should be raised to hell because there's a whole lot of Hispanics and not a lot of Hispanic representation on TV. You know,
they're starting that. Well, we're talking about in reference to Disney.
Yeah,
it is. They've come up. We had the last one. Lord, I can't even think about any of the movies, and I watch all of them, which is crazy to me. We don't talk about Bruno. What's the name of that one?
We don't talk about Bruno.
What's the name of that show? Anyway, y'all remember that?
Yep. I'm not that guy.
Yeah. So anyway, so they do, and they have the Alana or Avalana, the princess. She's also Hispanic. So they're getting the representation up, and so we should as well. You know?
Yeah, I think it's just like, well, the reason that I was saying that is because you had the people like when the girl was on Instagram and TikTok and she was fussing about that Encanto.
Encanto, yes.
Yes,
yeah,
appreciate
Encanto,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, when you get to talking about that, like when she starts saying like, well, there's not a lot of redheads and we need representation too.
Brave.
You also need representation. Like, our representation got to be somewhat equal to what the population is, too. Or the story. Like, if you're making a story about slavery, you need a lot of black people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the nature of the beast. Mm-hmm. If you're making a story in Northern Africa, you need a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? If you're making a story in Ireland, you need a lot of white people, preferably fairer skin, and some of them are going to be fucking redheads. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to have you need some Irish characteristics. If you go Scottish, you need people who look like whoever story you're telling. Like, you know what I mean? You can't
Asians,
if you're doing stories about Shaolin monks,
you can't change them to white guys.
Yeah,
it's enough of that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So keep the same energy with all that. And I really think like it's a fucking cartoon. Like what you mad was if they stopped making Ariel the Mermaid movies altogether, nobody would have said nothing. So it's just, to me, the shit's just asinine.
She's under the water. You know what I'm saying?
Under the sea. Now, what I'm going to tell you, though, is...
what we should be worried about is...
yeah, what we should be worried about while we under there is that Caribbean-ass crab. He needs to be Jamaican. Like, you cannot whitewash that crab. Like,
yes, he needs to be Bahamian or Jamaican.
Bahamian, Jamaican. So he got to be Caribbean.
Bahamian.
He need to be something... He got to be something out there.
I'm going to watch that. All right. I'm going to watch that. I think it's going to be whatever it is. He's a great actor regardless. So I'm going to watch whatever movie he's in.
Yeah, Art funny. He said, my man Bruno was just telling the truth and they were mad at that man and made him go into exile, hating ass family.
How many families, though, are like that, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can relate to that. I can relate to that. Whoever watching this podcast can relate to that.
Yeah, and then they got Will Smith doing the slave movie. I'm be honest, I'm kind of over slave movies.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
I might watch it because Will Smith.
I think now I'm at the point where now the thing is that people are always saying that they're over it and they're this and that and it's not like that anymore. So should we just forget it happened?
No, I'm not saying forget it happened. It's just kind of like I just want to exercise some other options for black people. Like for instance, I want to see. Oh, if I want to see a movie about black Vikings.
I think he's had a lot of options in his career.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying, I'm just talking about the amount of slave movies that you see, and that's how you get business. Like I
never forget.
Like even if we're talking about fictitious stuff, it's like I want to talk about let's talk about the Black Vikings. Let's talk about like the black navigators that taught everybody how to navigate the seas. When we talk about the Moors, let's have a bunch of movies like that. Let's get a Mansa movie. Yeah, Art. Let's get a Mansa movie. I'm just saying, it's like
my brother would agree with that. He loved Mansa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is let's just get some, because slave movies in the beginning, you had 50,000 slave movies. You'd have had 50,000 movies that make like that make a divide where you just like I can't watch Mississippi Burning and go to work because I'm gonna knock some shit over on the dead homies. I watch Mississippi Burning.
I work from home.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if I watch Mississippi Burning, I need to take a week of leave. Because it ain't no way motherfucker be like, hey, Jack, what's up, this and that? What's up, motherfucker?
I just wonder, even though I feel like most of those movies are made, especially for us to see and realize, I just wonder what the Caucasian community, when they see those movies, how they feel inside. Like, I want to know that.
I think.
You're a white person. Let me know how you feel when you watch movies
when you watch a movie like Mississippi Burning. How you feel about that shit? Do you just feel like being nice to black people that day? Like
how you feel, like, because we have our feelings inside. It's rage.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna give you two movies off the rip that I can't. That I remember one time I was on a boat and they was talking about, yo, let's watch a movie. All right, whatever. And the two movies this kid picked, he ain't know no better. He was a kid from the Midwest, and he picked a white kid from the Midwest, and he was like, I got Mississippi Burning and Rosewood.
Oh, hell.
The fuck?
How did he come across that selection? Or what?
It was just the movies that was in there, and it was like Mississippi Burning and Rosewood. Hey, yo, it was like... Well, I'm telling you right now, every black dude...
Cut off all y'all oxygen supply tonight.
Every black dude was in there was like, I told the motherfuckers right now, must not nobody want no more water tonight, huh? Because I'm about to cut the air water off around this motherfucker. Y'all want to play? Y'all want to play with me? Like Mississippi Burning and Rosewood? You trying to do a double header?
Oh my God!
Of oppression?
No.
I'm telling you right now, them cooks would have been rolling up glass with a little bread roller or something like that, putting it in everybody's mid-rats. Like, get your ass up out of here, coach. Like, y'all doing the most. So, yeah, to me, like, when people get outraged about it, I think, like, when we get back to it, I think that's one of the things where you need to go back and figure out why it bothers you. And then that's the shit you probably need to deal with. Why it bothers you. And that's the shit that you
watching the movies?
Yeah, like when you're talking about, like, well, why a Little Mermaid got to be black? It's like, why it bother you? Like, figure out why it bother you. Because it's not because it's an unfair depiction, because it's a fucking mermaid. Like,
yeah, we don't know it.
You know what I mean? We don't know
they
the fuck.
They could be gray skinned because they
they
be
gray
skinned.
Like, so what happened when dolphins start coming up and humping people? Like, it should have been us. Like, bitch should have been a dolphin. Like, you know what I mean? That's where I said that's where they want us to stay. Don't go beyond slavery and learn some real shit like Mansa's Conquest and the Moors before them and etc. Yeah,
I agree with Art. I agree with you. I do think they need to have a balance, right? But I don't think that should be forgotten. Like, no, never forget.
No, I'm not saying
it should be
forgotten. I'm at the point
now where I'm like, okay, my girls, they're teenagers now, whatever. Even though they're so mixed in their, social life and everything, I still want them to know, because that's important to know.
Yeah,
because their life, regardless, is still going to be different from some of their peers.
Yeah, but I think it's a difference between when we're talking about like documentary type movies that are informational, and then we're talking about movies that are entertaining. For instance, it's like if you talk about them, if you like when we get in the Roots, that's more of a documentary-ish type.
But you know what's crazy about what you're saying though? Like the movies that did come out that you think is for like entertainment, that was somebody's story though.
Yeah. It was somebody's story. You're right.
It definitely is somebody's story. We just don't know who it is. Yeah. But damn it happened to somebody certain.
Yeah. I guess it's just one of them things where it's kind of like, I think you could do both. What? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
What?
Like I think we could still have the slave movies and not forget about this, that, and the third. But we can also
That's
you know what I mean? Like
we
can do both. Yeah,
both.
You're right.
Like I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget that and just throw it away like it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It happened to my family. It happened to your family. It happened to a lot of people's families. So I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget
interesting conversation is I sat there and I was listening to, it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was Jordan Peterson.
You know what? Before you even say that, what I want to tell people too, when they talk about, oh, it's so happy, oh, it's not like that, no. Do y'all tell that to those people, those Holocaust survivors?
No, not at all.
Y'all don't tell it to them. So
y'all
don't
leave that
tell
shit
that
alone.
shit to me. Don't tell it to me.
Yeah, and so listen to a Joe Rogan podcast. Can't remember which one, but it's Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and another dude on there. Can't remember his name. And they was talking about Hitler. And, you know, obviously people just want to say like, oh, well, you know, Hitler was just terrible. He's a monster, and just leave it at that. But there's danger in that, because what you do is you just say that was terrible as if it can't happen again. Because one thing you got to think, was Hitler smart? Yes.
Yeah.
Was Hitler well organized? Yes. Yeah. Did Hitler do the best for the German economy ever in the first half of his reign? Yes. Was Hitler a great leader? Yes. You know what I mean? Was Hitler a phenomenal motivator? Obviously. You know what I'm saying? Was Hitler charismatic? Had to be. So, you know what I mean?
Thousands of people following
him. Yeah, millions. You know what I mean? So when you sit there and talk about somebody like Hitler and then you write him off, because think about this. Genghis Khan killed 10% of the population. 10% of the population. So that would be literally like somebody right now killing damn near 1 billion people. Just going out here and killing about 800 million people.
Oh, you look at that number, like 10%. Oh, damn, that's a whole lot of damn people.
That's damn near 800 million people right now. If somebody went to go kill 800 million people right now, if me and Fox started the fucking goddamn the Fox unit and we killed 800 million people, you'd be like, holy shit, they're the worst people ever. But we don't talk about Genghis Khan like that.
Fox Bambaataa unit. The Fox Bambaataa unit.
The Fox Bambaataa unit, yeah.
Thanks.
So if we did some shit like that, people will remember it. But I think it's just that Hitler is the latest of monsters to think of, right? Like, and he kind of like, all right, he's here, Stalin's here, type shit, and then Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, they way down. But it's like we've written it off, and it's a danger too. It's a danger to like just putting people in that monster category and throwing them away. It's like when you say people crazy, and you just dismiss them. As if it's just like, oh, well, they're crazy. Well, just dismiss them over there. That's just some crazy shit. This isn't human tendencies. This couldn't happen again. This and that. This shit could happen again. Like when you're dealing with a person like that, especially when we have these like identity politics and all these polarizing ass leaders that we get that get people into like people that get in touch with people's feelings. Like say what you want. Say what you want about like
feelings is something else.
Yeah, it's something else. Like say what you want about like Donald Trump. Wild polarizing leader who got people to feel something. You know what I'm saying? He got people to feel something, good or bad. He made people in the country feel something, whether you hated him or you loved him. He was polarizing. And the thing that draws is that draws way more. That draws way more like than it will when you get like a Bush, you get a Clinton, you get a Obama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, he drew raw ass emotion and brought out the best and worst in people.
So much to, you see what happened at the Capitol. So
yeah, like when you had the insurrection or whatever it was. Yeah. Like, so when we sit there and think like, oh, well, just write Hitler off, it's like you write it off like it can't happen again. Like these are things that it's kind of like forgive, don't forget type things, right? Yeah. So like, yeah, you do need the slavery moves. We can't just forget that like racism happened and slavery happened and the Holocaust happened because
like you want to cover up something.
Because you put that shit away and then when that
right in front of
and then when that shit start popping up, that's why like the Jewish community don't be taking that shit. As soon as they hear some anti-Semitic shit, they up here like
hell no,
clip them. Let's get at let's band together, get on their ass because
right now,
that's where it starts. Because that's where that shit starts. It's like, all right, let's start boom, boom, and they ain't having it. So it's like, it's the same thing that communities need to have. There's atrocities done that we agree that shouldn't be done again. We can't just blow that shit under the rug and say like, well, it ain't going to happen. We all good. We straight.
So every minority community, you know, our Native Americans here, right? African Americans here, our Hispanic community here, like all of it. Like, don't forget all the atrocities that's been done to your culture of people.
So are we right here? We at a fork in the road. So you want to go stay on mental health, or do you want to go?
Why they? So wait. Never mind. Go ahead. That's fine. I was just thinking about Little Mermaid. I'm like, it was something that you was talking about earlier. I'm like, should be worried about why she ain't a whole ass fish.
Why ain't a whole ass? We your gills at, ho. We your gills at. You know what I'm saying? So. That's like more the question to have or whatever, right? So Now we at definitely, like I was saying, we at that fork in the road. Do we going mental health to the left, or we going right to judicial system while we talking about these issues? Which way you want to go?
Both if we want to.
I mean, we gotta go one way or the other. We can lap back around, but which way you want to go first?
All right, which way you want to go?
Brother Odd, since you've been out here supporting, which way you want to go? Do we want to go mental health or do we want to go judicial system? You getting the 10 count. You better be typing. Put the baby down, Art. Lay that baby down and type on that phone.
Let's go judicial.
Or tell Mel to do it. We going judicial?
Yeah.
All right, well, Fox Bombada unit that made a call.
Fox
So,
unit.
Do you think that the judicial system?
That's right. You know,
all right, was with it. Do you think the judicial system should have to consult the victim?
And what give me an example.
So basically, I do hellacious shit to you or your family or something like that. Boom, I sexually assault you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the judicial system works, where it's kind of like if they can get a plea deal, it's quicker. They want to get that shit done. So instead of giving me the 15 years or something like that because I brutally sexually assaulted you or whatever, do we want to go and then they decide like, oh, well, instead of giving them the 15 years or something, I take the plea, I wind up getting 3 years or something. But do you think that they should have to consult the victim?
What I feel about it? I mean, that's kind of the reason why they have the witness testimonies and things like that, to kind of stir up that
it's a stir up
of this is what he needs to have. You know, they give the victim that opportunity to say what they feel, what they want to see, how they've been trying to cope or not coping or whatever they feel. They give them that opportunity to do that. So in a way, they do already consult them. But are you asking?
But what I'm saying is they don't.
To be heavily considered as far as like, okay,
like should they have to consult? Like should they have to come to you?
The victim says this, and we should put them together, or
like basically, like if I'm the DA, right? If I'm the DA and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give them a plea for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Should I come to you and be like, hey, Fox, we gonna give them a plea for 3 years? Because a lot of times what happens is
like, hell no.
Yeah, what it seems to be is that people wind up getting blindsided. Like you wind up getting blindsided. I adversely changed your life forever. Mm-hmm. And then you wind up getting blindsided when you find out that I got 18 months and 3 years of probation or some shit like that.
And it's traumatized. So like, are you going to come back after me now? Or are you going to, it's so many different things.
Yeah, am I going to spin a block?
Right. I would definitely say, I don't know. Well, I won't use me as an example because I'm like, no, somebody need to rape his ass too. That's me. I'm more of a
booty wall.
I am definitely an eye for an eye type of person.
Oh, you biblical with it.
I'm an eye for an eye type of person. So I'm like, nope. When he get his ass raped, I'll be happy then. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be there to watch it. That's me. But so don't ask me about how.
Next on X videos. Next up on X videos.
I won't be on X videos.
Revenge porn starring. So I think the plus and minus to that is like you want to consider the victim, but is that the purpose? Is that the purpose for it? Because what happens is like what happens when we talked about this before, and I think I brought it up when if you're the victim. If you're the victim, you don't want justice. You want revenge.
I want revenge. Like, fuck a justice.
So the thing about revenge too is that we want revenge from man. It's like, are we now? That goes back to what we was talking about before. Do we truly believe in God at that point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do we truly believe in God at that point to say like, oh well, you know what I mean? I want revenge. I want to get back. It's like, one, do we truly believe in God? But if we could slide past that, even at that point, it's like, what happens when it's not enough, right? Like, let's say, for instance, it's like, I do something to you.
Let me kill him with my bare hands.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, if it happens, would that be enough?
You know what? So from me, I would say this. A person that has been wronged, I sought revenge for myself. And Lord knows he just made it so it would not happen. I'll tell you. I was a very very persistent, let's just say that. And making sure
prayers.
In my prayers, in my actions, okay? To make sure I run across this individual and whatever my revenge was at the time. But God saw fit otherwise. The universe saw fit. Somebody seen fit, because I swear I wouldn't probably be here today. But it didn't end up happening that way. But I heard years later that this person just ended up like hitting rock bottom, doing all kind of stuff, whatever. Just a shitty ass situation. And I guess that was his kind of karma. But I'm like, nah, it ain't good enough. It ain't good enough.
So see,
like,
but see, that's what I'm saying.
But
is like,
I don't know. Like, is it really not good enough though?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying about it. Is like, is it like, when will good enough be good enough? Because it's like, say for instance, they get raped. Like, you get raped, and then you watch this dude get raped. He get raped by some fucking pipe packing horse dick dudes.
No, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, when do
it's not enough. I want to rape him with a broomstick. I want to rape him with something.
Why are you looking for shit in our home? We don't have that type of shit in our home. You fucking whore. Like, we don't have that type of stuff in our home, ma'am. Let me clutch my pearls. Like,
rape him.
So that and that is my point of like,
not enough.
When we got the witness testimonies, it's like, if they was the consult you, it's like, all right, so they make it even, and then you're like, no, that's not enough. Or they make it this and that. God forbid, what happened if you be like, oh, they rape me. Now they go and rape the dude or something like that. He over there enjoying it, like, you'll be like, nah, now we got to cut his legs off or something like
pouring bleach in his ass with a funnel. I want something done that's gonna hurt him just as much as I'm.
But how do you?
Prison system,
I get it, but how do you objectively? How do you objectively make that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you objectively make that, like, because eye for eye obviously ain't good enough. Because if I hit you and you lost your eye, and then they come and they scoop my eyeball out with an ice cream scooper, you're gonna be like, beat them up some. And then they beat me up and they break my orbital bone and everything else, and then I heal up, and then you see me and I do my time. Well, no, I don't even do no time. I do that, and then I come out, and then I have a successful business, and I'm doing my damn thing, and everything else, you're gonna be like, I still ain't over it. I'm still out here with shitty relationships. I'm doing this and that.
Yeah, so
I still got the trauma.
Then it's like you, then, you know.
But what I'm saying is, where would you draw that line then? So you think that it should just be biblical? Mm-hmm. Like, that's how we would solve that? Like, we don't even need to talk to the witness. We're just going to make it biblical. If you rape somebody, you get raped. You cut somebody's hand off, you shot somebody, you get shot.
Yeah, I think that's probably, at least it's like, okay, well, same thing happened to you, so deal with the shit like I got to deal with the
shit. What I think is that I think as the victim, since you don't want justice, you want revenge. I think that if I shot you, and let's say I shot you, and it took you a while to recover from it, like, we're just different, so I recovered faster or something, and they shot me to get revenge. They shot you and it changed your life. You had to struggle with all this shit with the kids because you couldn't take care of the kids. You was by yourself. You was this and that. They shot me. I did my thing, this and that. Now I'm a workout guru on IG talking about some flat tummy tea and all this other shit, doing my thing. You're going to be looking like, and motherfucker, was it enough?
Spine.
Yeah, so is you going to be good at that point? Like, if you gave that to the victim, is the victim going to feel justified if we even did something biblical when we talk to the victim?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Probably not.
That's what the only thing I worry about. It's like,
I mean, me, I would probably be like, well, he shot him, but he recovered. I didn't know, maybe I need to do something else. You know?
Yeah, like if I
would have been realistic with myself about that.
Yeah, like if you got shot and it took you 3 years to really get back to where you were, like your body fell off, this and that, you couldn't go to the gym, you lost your job, this and all this shit happened to me, and then they shot me and I got shot. Two months later, I'm out, dropped a fucking Get Rich or Die Trying album, and I'm a millionaire. And you like, motherfucker.
Yeah, at that point, I would have been real with myself at that point. Like, I'm like, well, they shot him the same way I got shot. So,
but then what happened when you see me on the street?
That's fucked up, but like,
what happened when you see me on the street?
Maybe I need to do something different now. You know?
But when you see when you come to my tour or something like that, it's gonna be like
I should shoot your ass again.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like Nino Brown. Idolater.
I'm gonna shoot your ass again. Do something one time. Do something to me. Shoot your. You look at my way, I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Because this is one of them things about revenge, and that's why we get back to like the last podcast when we talk about forgiveness. It's like when you get revenge, it still don't just be enough. You be like, you always need a little more salt, a little more lemon pepper, a little more something. Like, it ain't never seasoned just right. Because it's like, let's say for instance you embarrass me or something, or you hit me, and I catch you and beat you up, and then homie stomp you out, and then I egg your car, bust all your windows, and push your mama down on the way to the welfare line or something. It's like, Still no, just be like,
You said, wait, roll that back.
don't worry about that.
Roll it back.
Anyway,
You said
but
push your mama out the welfare line.
push it down in the welfare line. Like, fuck your EBT card, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's so it's like if after you do all of that,
where did it come from? Where did that come from?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like you keep wanting that
I don't think they
revenge.
have welfare lines anymore. Everything is
know.
online.
Whatever. I cut a fucking internet, bitch.
Oh my
Got
God.
dial up Wi-Fi now.
Can't
Fuck
do
you.
this. Can't
You
do
got
this.
AOL, them 30,000 free hours. That's all you got. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is like you just keep going, you keep
You
going.
remember that?
That shit was a game changer. You see that disc come in the mail? It's like,
Yes.
We got
80,000
internet.
hours.
and then you want to download a fuzzy ass picture. Boy, you know how rough porn was back in that day. Like you'll see some shit and it'd be like somebody be like, oh man, they got some titties on the internet, and then you just waiting and that shit just coming down like almost at the nipple, like, and that shit 5 minutes later you over there. I'm already done. Fuck 'em out. Like that shit was different, bro. Like,
Oh my God. I don't even know how we got here.
how we got to dial up internet
Let's
porn?
go in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. Bring both of these up, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Brother Orca, Brother Polite, he said, my revenge normally send him to the upper room. Sometimes the upper room is the place for him. But then you still ain't happy because you're like, I should have cut his toes off or something. Because there's a lot of time, think about this, when people, like, because even if you thought that was good enough to send somebody to the upper room and take their life, it depends on how much they love their life.
Yeah.
Now, because when you sit there and people get lethal injection and it's like, or the legend, they don't even feel no pain and they just go out pain, like that was too easy for them.
Yeah, it's too easy.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
want
It's
him
like,
to get
and
shocked.
death
I
is
want him-
easy. Life is hard. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like I want you to live and suffer, you son of a bitch. Like,
So I think that when you're talking about that, then now it is more of, okay, well, what's gonna hurt that person? So my hurt may
that's
not
crazy,
be
though.
no, my hurt may not be your hurt. So now I need to find out what's really gonna hurt
but
your
that's
ass.
crazy that that's on the judicial system. Now we need to go send a clinical
gonna hurt
psychologist to
your
go find
ass?
out what your worst
So,
fear is. Like,
that's
now
right.
arachnophobia. You gonna live
We
in that
got
movie.
90 days to figure it out, and once we get it, that's gonna be your punishment. I'm done. That's what needs to happen.
It's motherfuckers going to jail on a
You
long.
might not care about your damn hand if I cut it off.
Yeah, but it's people
You know?
going to jail for a long weekend that ain't gonna get out for hopping a turnstile. You know how backed up the court systems to be when you got clinical psychologists in there running tests on you. Like, he's afraid of spiders. Now we put you in a room with a camel spider. Ah, like that's what we gotta do.
Your ass needs something.
Yeah, I just don't see how we have the bandwidth for that. Is I guess what I'm getting at. I don't know how we have the bandwidth for that. That's
We got bandwidth for a lot of things. I'm sure they'll find it. They'll be able to find it.
Yeah. Let's get to the can't make this shit up. You ready for this?
Yep.
6 women can't make this shit up. 6 women in neon green leotards.
Oh, perfume. What's that? Save that. Put that on the side.
Fucking pop-ups. This won't be using shit. I fucking hate the internet. Anyway, 6 women in neon green leotards attacked 2 New York subway riders.
Roll that through.
A
6
video shows the
women.
group punching 2 19-year-old women on the subway train near Times Square on Sunday. 2 women were attacked early on Sunday morning on New York City subway by a mysterious group of women in neon green full bodysuits. They got it all on social media. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. The assailants escaped the scene with the cell phone and the handbag. So they beat him up and took the cell phone and the handbag. Yo, do you see the puffs?
Oh, ponytails. I would have been grabbing them damn ponytails.
Do you see the puffs
immediately
on this, bro?
Immediately.
Yo.
Wind that shit up.
These puffs is
Uppercut.
wild, boy. Wild. Hold on. I might have to get hold on. We ain't ending nothing. I just want to get to the window capture and show this scene right here, because this
Are we
is
gonna be able to show it?
yeah, we should be able to if I remember how to work this thing. Yes. So if y'all looking right now, Instagram I don't got it up.
Crazy.
But this is a shot from it right here for those you know on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yo, do you see the ponytails on one of them right there, just poking out the top?
just grab it, wind it, and then uppercut.
Jamaicans always want to wind.
Uppercut.
Jamaicans always want to wind.
Like, you locked in after that.
Locked in on
She
that
gonna
one.
hit the flow. That's
Yo,
it.
That shit is crazy. So there were no
Why are they
exchange.
wearing that? What the hell was the like? They doing a
Yeah,
green,
I'm gonna tell
green
you.
screen?
I'm gonna
Like,
tell
what's-
you that. I'm gonna tell you that New York City subways is like that is a part of New York that stands alone by itself. Like that is like the upside down.
Oh,
Like
that's the
on
upside
Stranger
down?
Things, the fucking New York subway system is the upside down because it's like bums out that like if you ride New York subways long enough, you gonna see a lot of dick because there's gonna be bums that just whip their shit out, start jerking off, pissing, whatever, doing whatever they do.
Oh my god!
Like it's just something. The weirdest shit gonna happen, man. Like
I never rode a New York subway. I never rode in any subway.
you just rode a train when you went there, huh?
I just rode trains. We didn't go there.
Where did we go? No, I'm thinking about damn
I'm
Atlanta.
thinking about somebody else. That's what you're
Nah,
thinking
no,
about. Wrong bit. Wrong one.
No, because when I was thinking about
We
we
ain't
rode a
never-
train, we rode that train for 7. I'm like, we was on the train.
No,
But we just
it was
rode that. That was a local one. Yeah.
That was What you thinking about?
I'm just thinking like we was on it. I remember us getting on the train.
No, I never rode the subway before.
I mean, you ain't missing nothing. I mean, realistically,
I know, but I want to see all the weirdos. Like that's my thing.
You can watch. You can go to the People of
Like,
Walmart
say
website
what?
and see fucking weirdos.
No, like I want to see them like on the train. I want to see them
until
like,
we
in the
out.
subway.
Until I'm out here, whined and uppercutting a bunch of women in goddamn green suits because they tried to jump my wife. Like, so they say there was no words exchanged prior. In the police footage I've seen, you could see that my daughter and her friend were standing on the platform talking and laughing. They bumped my daughter and her friend like strong armed them. I guess is how she's trying to say it. One of them was a repeat offender.
Can't
Apparently.
believe it. Oh, so they snatched the.
Yeah, I guess they
leotard
finally
off?
caught him or whatever. Like caught some.
Yeah, how could you miss a neon green ass leotard?
How do you
running down
ride
the
off
street?
and be up there like that's a pretty easy one? Like yo, them in the like
They
what did you
wanted to
have
be
on under
seen.
there?
They wanted to be seen. Like this had to be some kind of.
And it's recent, so it's been pretty warm up there. Like you ain't have like a full. What did you have under there except another cat suit?
This had to be some kind of hazing, some kind of.
What you think was a gang
dare.
initiation? Like what?
It had to be
It's
something.
like green leotards in here, gang.
Neon green.
Neon
okay?
green.
That's bright as hell. So you supposed to be seen, all right? And you committing the crime, so assault. So I mean, what the hell?
I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
Shit's wild.
I'm sure something about that'll develop later on. 'Cause that shit is ridiculous.
I don't know. They caught one of them and they said that she was a repeat offender. Like these wasn't
Doing
exactly.
this kind of thing.
No, a repeat
Oh, just
offender is in
like
like a criminal.
criminal. Okay.
No, I don't think she was neon green
Yeah,
gang.
I want to hear the story about this. Like, why neon green? Like, what's up?
I don't know,
It's
but
a
I'm
new
telling you right
gang?
now, I see six people walking on there in neon green. That's why they don't have guns in New York City. Because I'm telling you right now, let us had been somewhere. Let us had
Shot
got
on sight.
let us had got on that train that we went on when we took Seth on the train ride.
SOS shot on
Or whatever. Yeah, shot on sight. They would have been up there like we would have been over there listening to the jazz dude or something. He would have been singing "The Thrill Is Gone," and they would have came out there in the neon green like, "Yo, what y'all want to do?" I want to make the obituary full. That's what I want to do. I want to make the obituary. I will shoot all of you with you.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
That shit is wild.
And they look like somebody that people that's going to do like a green screen type of thing.
Yeah,
maybe
like they about to be characters
was
on
anybody-
2K.
Yeah,
Like,
was anybody recording this?
somebody
Maybe we'll
always
change
record. Don't
it to something else. Maybe
don't
it was
nobody-
a thing that.
don't nobody ever do shit anymore. Everybody just record like, damn, he about to fall off that cliff. Somebody need to help him in 4K. Fuck out of here. We don't do shit no more. So we're like 50 in. You want to just get into Gunny Head?
Sure, we can get to gun.
Save these
what y'all
other two?
talking about in the chat.
Y'all can bring it up. You forgot that you dropped your phone earlier?
Because you made me laugh.
Want me to get it? Goddamn
lag.
Fox.
Gun to your head. Did we read that? My revenge normally sends them to the
Yeah,
in the upper room.
that's OG Black Air Force Ones. He would have been perfect on that subway ride. My boy in there with the high top. He tried to ask me. He was up to like, "Hey, what's up? You need a size 13 and a half? What you need?"
Black Air Forces.
Let me tell you something.
That's-
Black Air Force Ones is an elite hooligan shoe. Like if you need a shoe to do some hooligan shit in, it get the most amount of ankle support. Like you know what I mean? It's comfortable enough, wide enough, durable. It's a pretty solid shoe. Like what was the shoe of choice down south? I'm talking about like you down south Miami.
Classics.
Reebok
Growing
Classic.
up, classics. Yeah.
So if a motherfucker got stomped out, they got stomped out a whole bunch of Reebok Classics.
Fucking Reebok Classic.
You know what it was for. You know what it was for. You know what it was for us up north.
What?
Some double soul butters, bruh.
God.
Ain't
Butters.
nothing. You ain't been stomped properly until you've been river danced on by a few young men that didn't skip leg day with double sole Timbs on. And if you don't know what double sole Timbs on in comparison to single sole, then this wasn't for you. This ain't for you, because there's a huge difference. And women, if you ever buy your man a pair of shoes and you be like, I'm gonna get him some Timbs, and you don't know the difference between double and single sole, don't buy him a pair of Timbs. Don't do that to him. Because now you're going to put that man in a position where he got to tell you that you ain't shit and you picked the wrong shoe, he going to wear them shits. And God forbid if I see him. If I see him with them Build-A-Bear boots on, I'm on his fucking ass, bucko. I'm on your ass with some single soles on. Excuse me, sir. You're going to have to fight for your fucking life.
So anyway.
Do you remember? You good?
It was something simple. Loud. Gun
That's
to your
right,
head.
P. This ain't for you.
Gun to your head.
Gun to your head time.
Gun to your head. You got cheated on by your ex. What is your form of revenge? Would you rather sleep with her bestie or just air her dirty laundry?
Oh, sleep with a bestie.
Why do you think that's going to hurt her?
Because airing dirty laundry, that shit make me look like a bitch.
Why does sleeping with her bestie not make you look like a bitch?
Because anybody gonna say that, dick
It makes
down
like,
her.
oh, you just mad. Oh,
Yeah, you just mad. But when you out there, don't nothing look worse than when a dude out there talking about a woman talking about something. You know, and her feet stink, and she snore at night. Like, you just look like a whole ass hoe. It's like, if I got to choose one of the two, both of them soft. Like, to be honest, I'd rather just like do better than you. I'd rather just do better than you and make you fucking miserable. But since you didn't give me an option, you gave me the option to fuck her best friend or air out her dirty laundry.
You fuck her best friend, but what if you get a bad dick report? Like, was it?
First of all, ain't happening. Ain't happening because I'm coming in that motherfucker. I'm skipping the gym that day. I'm doing yoga in the morning. I'm stretching.
You can do all
I'm drinking
of that, whatever you doing. And old girl was like, that shit was not even
Ain't
worth.
no-
I see why you cheated
Ain't
on
no
his
way.
ass.
Let me tell you something.
Like, what do you do?
If that was the form of revenge that I had to get, I might fuck around and take Viagra or something. Like, I'm coming in there with Superman kneecap dick.
Hey, ain't big enough. Then what?
Okay,
Then
well,
what you gonna say? Like,
I-
what if no matter what, this girl was just not satisfied?
well, then I'm a serial killer. Got to kill her, kill her ex. Fuck it, I'm on the run now. Fuck
You
it.
on the spree now?
I'm on the spree now. What you mean? I go in there and she'll be like, it ain't big enough. What you? I'm gonna stick my hand in that. I'm gonna put my arm in the rim like Vince Carter, and that still ain't enough. I'm like, this Grand Canyon ass. So if you don't get your Mariana Trench coochie out of here, like, get out of here, man. What you mean? It ain't enough. Make it enough.
Make it a doubt.
It ain't enough making it. What you mean? He's on here. Hello. Like, fuck. What you mean, man? What you doing? Like, you always got to add some extra shit on there. It's like, it was easy for me. Like, I'm fucking the best friend. It's like, what if you get a bad dick report?
Yeah, you didn't think about that though. Y'all never think about that. People never think about just because you're going to go mess with their best friend, they may not even like it. Then what?
Oh,
Was it really even revenge?
guarantee. If I got to the point where I'm gonna fuck her best friend, I'm doing it. I'm talking about I'm doing everything. I'm talking about your boy gonna be in there doing Jawser size before he go there. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna make sure that is the greatest sexual encounter that she's ever had. 4 hours later, when she walk out of there with her wig in her hand, stumbling with a broke heel. I'm telling you right now, ain't gonna be no bad dick report. I'm talking about. I'm bringing out all the stops. I'm talking about anything that she's like, you know what, I want you to kind of do this. I'm doing it for her. I'm doing all that. I'm giving her all that. Fuck you mean bad? Shit, I'm being there with them gas station dick pills, horny goat weed. What you doing over there?
I'm not doing either.
No, that's not. So you get shot. So is that what we talking about?
I would, first of all, if you got a best friend, if you have a best friend, I wouldn't be fucking him either because y'all just like, so y'all wouldn't even get the pleasure of that. Okay?
Okay.
I'm just air your dirty laundry and be done with
We're gonna
it.
edit out. What you gonna
That's
be? Little ass dick.
Nah. Don't
Oh,
worry. We ain't gonna air now. We ain't gonna do that now.
Oh, you getting like deep into somebody dirty laundry. You gonna be talking about them like, yeah,
See, I'm getting deep. Okay?
you gonna get beat up.
So, yeah, but if those be on two choices, yeah. But other than that, no. If I had it my way, though, I would just walk away. I'm ghost. Like,
Yeah, I'm
gone.
gone. And when
I'm
you see me
gone.
glowed up,
You won't see me. That's the thing. You won't see
oh,
me.
you gonna see me.
You won't see
You
me.
gonna see me.
You won't.
You
will-
gonna see
you
me
will
on the new
never
workout
fucking
routine.
See me,
No, you gonna
ever.
see me. You gonna see me on the new workout
You
routine.
gonna always be
You gonna
looking
see
like
me with
that.
great
I thought I
skincare.
saw, yeah, you thought
No,
so.
nah,
I'm
you gonna
good.
see me. You gonna see me.
I'm
You know why you gonna
completely
see me? Because you're gonna
gone.
see me in your best friend DMs. Knock it out the box. Knock it out the box.
Best friend ain't done it.
Best friend gonna be stunned.
Best friend like, no.
I go to a witch doctor and give a part of my soul for revenge before I be out here with a bad dick report. Bad dick report? You know, well, I'm too old for a bad dick report. Ain't none of that. I haven't hit that age at which I don't care about the dick report. And we ain't there yet. No. You ain't about to be out here talking about something. Excuse me?
Let me run that back real quick.
Spin the block. Spin the block. I'm coming through there, busting through your window, dick first.
Y'all already know what time it is. Thank y'all for sitting with us in Uncle Legend's Corner. If y'all got anything you want to add to the show, anything you want to talk about, and or be on the show, we can patch you in. Or you can come visit us, or we can come to you. Hit us up, askunclelegend@gmail.com. Peace.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is.
Start the audio.
After the show, what's good?
After the show,
Listen,
it's the
y'all.
after party. And
We got Coco all set up over there. Okay, Coco,
don't say her name. Say girl dog.
our girl dog.
Because you know she over the waggy booty ass.
Oh, she is. She just looked up too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, y'all call me. I'm still resting.
You rang. I'm over here looking.
She is about to give birth any day now. Tomorrow will be the 60th day since her got stuck together.
So she got thumped by rock.
And then it happened again, like 4 days later or something. They got stuck together
I'm
again.
telling you, boy. I'm telling you, if he ain't get it the first time, he got ass the second time.
And I'm just gonna say that between tomorrow, it's this week. She's gonna give birth to these babies this week. Like I am
Puppies,
I'm so certain about this. And I'm excited because I want to be there. I don't want her to do it when I'm like knocked out and we don't hear her or anything like that. So we got to sleep with the door open.
I think
Yep.
I think I can do without it. I think she can figure it out.
No, I want to be there.
She bites the umbilical cord,
her.
rips the sack. She rips the sack, bites the umbilical cord, licks a baby clean, find one that ain't fit, kills it.
Yeah, if she do that, I'm gonna slap the shit out of her. I can't even let her do it.
How you gonna tell her how to raise her family?
Okay, I'm telling her. They my grand picnic, so I'm gonna tell them what to do. They my grandpups. Okay. Look, y'all joining the podcast. We just ended the podcast. We just hanging out after the show.
Yo, get you one of these $250 puppies.
My puppies. That's gonna happen. So our baby
You heard
girl,
her say her puppies, right? I ain't doing shit with these dogs.
our baby girl, Coco Chanel Jackson, is pregnant and she's about to give birth any day this week. Okay. So I'm very excited. We got a whole little area all set up for her and everything. And
She got the Taj Mahal over here.
I want to be there.
I'm good.
I want to help usher those puppies into the world. I want to be the dog doula. Okay. So
Yo, Bunny said you once you start offering your services, Fox the dog doula.
hey, I want to be there. We're going to play the music. I'm going to say the prayers. I'm going to rub the womb. I'm going to get in there. They come out the other way. I'm going to turn her over so they can do a somersault and come out the right way. We're going to do all of it.
Which way they supposed to come out?
I don't know how much what dogs supposed to come out, but I'm treated like humans. Like, you're supposed to come out head first. So, okay.
Gonna come out like Ace Ventura on Pet Detective. Puppies out here. Yo. Fox had a dream that there was 4 puppies, but
Yeah.
looking at her belly, it looked like it's a squad in there. It looked like it's about 8.
Squad up. That's what it looked like. She looked like she about to be getting it. So I'm excited, guys. About to be a grandma pup.
A few of y'all don't hit
I'm a
it.
grandma pup? What am I? A grandma to pup?
You're my wife.
No, I'm just talking about in relationship to
You are a dog
Coco
owner.
Chanel.
You are a dog owner who has a pregnant dog.
Coco Chanel Jackson and Rocky Balboa Jackson.
Are we gonna have a wedding for him too? How,
We should have, because now they like wedlock. They having it out of wedlock right now. They having these babies out of wedlock.
So we
right
gonna
now.
marry
Like,
the puppy?
we should have a little ceremony for them.
I will not be part of this shit.
You able to marry people anyway?
I am an
You
official.
an officiate.
I'm able to marry people. People.
People, yeah, still we could. Just
They're
still
not
give them a
people.
little- we can still do it though. We can go right there in the backyard.
And this is how I lose my
happens.
damn internet license that I fucking went to somebody and got a certificate from. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
I'm gonna be efficient.
We're gonna pronounce them husband and wife, and we just gonna give them a little doggy bones. But here you go. Or you can give them a piece of that brisket. You know they love brisket. Give them some briskets. Like,
You talking about like the cooked brisket?
no, you gonna have to smash it on Rocky's face so she can lick it off. It's like a kiss. So
You
let's
think
do
that
it
she
like
gonna get a chance to lick any of that if it hit rock?
Oh, well, put it on her face so Rocky can lick it off hers. Then
You gonna eat her face. She ain't gonna have a face. Let me
y'all
tell
popping in again. We are done with the podcast. We just talking after the show, hanging out
you.
with
Yo,
y'all.
is there
What's
like
up?
a notification that comes out to be like, "Hey man, the podcast over. Everybody pop in now." Like,
Right. I don't know what y'all doing, man. Y'all
what y'all been doing?
late. Okay.
Late as
Late. It's already been recorded. We'll put it out. You'll see it when it comes out.
I'll
in
work
the
on.
next 2 days.
Yeah, I work on it tomorrow. Well, damn, you want
We'll
this
be
one out
back
next 2
again
days?
on
We still got how
Wednesday.
much to put out?
We'll be back in on
We
Wednesday.
still got
so-
59 and 60 to put out. 61.
Well, they'll see whatever we pop out.
Whatever. Coco. Pop out.
What y'all have on y'all?
Puppies. Puppies. Pow, pow,
What do y'all have on
puppies,
your
puppies,
mind?
pow,
What's going on, guys?
puppies,
Y'all
puppies.
here? We here for the overtime. So what's up? So
Shit.
what's up?
Because the way that son
I'm
beat me up at that
getting
game
my
today,
name
and then I had to go and do my job outside of working hours today. Who's government gonna get their money out? you?
Y'all, what is up? Like y'all just sitting here chilling. What's up?
I gotta sneeze. What we doing?
Go ahead and sneeze then. They got about 2 more minutes out of me before I go.
2 more minutes?
2. 2 more minutes. Oh, what's that right there?
Oh, that's our gun club.
Cool. Shout out to BGOE Jacksonville.
Pew 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 pew. Yo, I'm done here.
Yeah, we about to be done because nobody else is saying anything. So, if y'all want a puppy, hit us up.
Hit us up, Fox. How much the puppies?
I'll let you know how they look and what's up, like their little strength and all that. And
Oh, they gonna be healthy.
I know they are. Right? They're gonna be so beautiful too.
These dogs got the cleanest diet you ever seen.
I know, right? They ain't on no puppy chow.
They ain't
They
out
ain't
here.
on no kibbles and bits.
And no kibbles and bits. They out here
Okay.
eating. They out here eating grade A beef and chicken
That's right.
raw with vegetables,
Yep.
fruits and shit.
Probably more vegetables than you.
Probably got it better.
They
I'm
do-
gonna
they
tell you,
do eat
90%. They eat better than anybody in this house. Guaranteed, them dogs eating better than anybody in this house.
They do, and that's sad.
We
I'm
be
like,
at-
I'm like, dang, they got green beans, spinach, and sweet peas,
Mhm.
and carrots.
And carrots, coconut
Right.
oil with a little bit of apple cider vinegar.
When the last time I had a carrot? I can't even remember.
You know what I'm saying? This and that. They ain't eating no
That's
corn,
like
ain't eating no flour, ain't eating none of that rice and that
Ain't
bullshit
collard-
that's in there.
Collards.
You know what I'm saying? They eating raw collards. No, not them collards that Granny made with the meat cooked into it and all the seasoning like the collards we ate.
Raw.
Raw, healthy shit. Healthy.
And fruits, say fruits.
Fruits.
too. Raw fruits and raw
Just out here
vegetables.
eating bananas. Just, with the peel.
Bananas, pineapple,
Yeah, they're living good.
watermelons.
No grapes, though. Don't ever feed your dog grapes. Try and kill them.
We're excited, guys. So
Chocolate.
if y'all want any,
I'm worried.
puppies, we're gonna videotape. We're not gonna videotape the birth. I thought about it. I'm gonna videotape the birth first of all, but it's just for our own personal records. You know,
I hope
it's
she
our
have them in the middle of the
memory.
night.
I'm still have my phone ready. It's gonna be charged, so I'm ready for this. I'm gonna sit it right there on top of her kennel. Go sit in her little area. See, you got enough room right there. All that. It's all enclosed in, so it's enough to fit.
She loving
3
it over
people
there,
in.
too. Now that we done put the top on there.
Yep, she's good to go. She's ready.
You can tell she comfortable in it.
Yep.
How they close the cage up?
They, me and Seth did that.
How you close the cage? She should
No,
be free.
she's open. Her cage is open, so she can walk
Oh.
out into her little area if she wants to.
Oh yeah, it's wide open. She just in there
Yeah,
comfortable.
She chilling. Yeah. Got my baby girl good. We ready. We ready to be birthing
But
the baby.
while my boy over there in Gen Pop,
He was walking all around trying to sit like trying to break in. Like, no, get out of here. This is her area. Just like how y'all men be in the in the
And the
delivery
man- and the
room.
man can-
Stay your ass out there. We got this in here.
she in the
We got
she
this.
shed. She in the she shed. She don't need y'all.
We got this in here. She about to birth babies. So like Rocky about to be a papa.
You're gonna be out here dancing like Genuine.
I feel like he gonna eat them babies. As soon as they start moving, he gonna probably try to eat it or
He
something.
don't be eating live stuff. You
Well,
saw
he
the
gonna hurt it with his big ass paws. That's a big old dog. And he only 9 months old. And he's so big.
he's 60-something pounds, normal size.
He's big. Them paws big as hell.
Just like
Paws
this.
like he need to be. He's gonna grow so big. Anyway, what's up, guys? Y'all got about 10 seconds to say something. Say hi. Say something you're thinking. Say something. A compliment, concern, crash, cult.